What time it is? It is Sipping with Sue time. I am Szu-Moy Tovez, and if you are joining us for the first time, we are live on Facebook and on YouTube. And if you haven't gone over to my YouTube channel, please do hit subscribe and the bell to get all the latest content as soon as it is uploaded. So Sipping with Sue time is chatting with real people doing real things extraordinarily. And we've had some technological issues this day, haven't we? But cheers, Alice.
Yes.
Welcome.
Cheers.
So Alice is joining us from Germany. She was my neighbor here in Texas, and I miss her so much. But you're drinking a wonderful white wine, German white wine,
Yes.
right? And I'm drinking a lovely kombucha mix.
Eh, oh, it's not bad. It's sweet, like you said.
Yeah, white wine over there is kind of sweet, but we are to the end of the week, so TGIF. And Alice, we want to talk to you about your Christmas tradition. So welcome, welcome. How are you doing?
Oh, great. Cold. It's starting to get really cold, so we need fire.
Yeah. Well, tell us a little bit about yourself so folks can get acquainted with you.
Well, I'm originally from Panama, not Panama City, Florida, but Central America, and have two beautiful boys. I call them boys. They're adults now, 17, about to turning 18, and 21. Married for almost 25 years, next 19 of December, which my husband always says is like in Hollywood years, it's probably like 60. But having a great time. Lived in North Carolina, Puerto Rico, Texas, Colorado Springs, back to San Antonio, which I love and I do miss, and now in Germany.
Yeah,
In
well, we miss
Stuttgart.
you here too. We miss you here. And outside is definitely like German weather, I'm telling you. So,
Really?
yes, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Texas has
I don't
had
miss that
some,
one.
yeah, Texas has had some German weather over the past few weeks. So it's been a little bit crazy.
I
But
remember.
we are definitely officially into the chaos of Christmas, right? The Christmas holiday season is upon us. And
Yes,
what I love about the part of the world that you're in right now is that you
I
can
love Christmas.
definitely feel Christmas in Germany.
Yes.
Definitely. The Riverwalk is also like a place where I feel like you can feel Christmas, but Germany, like everywhere you go, you feel Christmas. Um,
Markets are open, and when I
yes.
say market, every city, every little village, every village is decorated. Like it's crazy how much they love the Christmas. I mean, this is probably the perfect place for me for Christmas because I
Yeah.
love Christmas.
Yes, and I remember that it really felt like Christmas walking into your house when you were here in Texas. So tell us about your tradition, your Christmas tradition, and your collection.
So the most important thing in my house always is my nativity set. I could tell you from around 7 years old in Panama. That was the big thing in the house. You cook. This is Latin America, so it's always food. Somebody's cooking, somebody's drinking, somebody's dancing, and there is the decorations, which the first thing everybody starts with is most of the time or your nativity set, or at least in our house, that's what it was. So I started mine when I got married with Joe. Actually, Grandma started mine. So it was 1997. She gave me the first set of nativity set for myself. Like just the manger, the Mary, the baby, Joseph, and like two animals. And from there, it started growing because that's what I grew up with, fixing it every year. It was a big thing. We get together, we buy stuff, we put this as big as you can, the better. The more mountains and hills, the more animals, the more people, the more artistic, I guess, because even the backgrounds are painted. And I start buying every year. I order pieces from, most of them are Italian because the nativity scene was born in Italy, so they're big into making different, pieces and stuff. So most of them that I order are Italian. But now in Europe, you can find everywhere. You can find Germans and yes, you can find more basic acrylic stuff, but the principle of it is Italian pieces.
So how many pieces do you have total in your collection? Do you know? I'm sure you do.
54.
54 pieces?
And I started, like I said, I started with the Virgin Mary, the baby Joseph, one cow, and one donkey.
Wow.
And so those are 5 pieces.
Oh my gosh. And so you have a few of those pieces. So can you show us a little bit and
Yes.
tell us a
Let
little
me
bit
show
about
you.
some of these pieces?
So she is one of my main one that grandma gave me was her, the Virgin and Joseph.
Okay.
And then with the years, like this one is an Italian piece. You see how elaborated they are. I mean, it's
So pretty.
crazy how they do it. And then with my husband goes to Israel, Bethlehem, and he brings extra pieces because now he knows I'm obsessed with them. Or this one that is completely made of leather
Oh, wow.
was from Afghanistan.
That's
I
so
have 2 of those. And
beautiful.
then this is very special because when I went to the Vatican, I got this from the store there inside the Vatican, and the nun told me they're all blessed by the Pope.
Mhm.
So it's a very special baby Jesus for me. I
Oh.
have a story to tell you. When I started doing the nativity set at my home, the boys were little, and they
Mhm.
supposed to help putting it together, but they're always playing around with it. But the good thing about it is the time you spend with them, and then they ask you, well, who is this? What is this? What it means? And that was my favorite part. Now that they're older, they're just look at me, putting it together, and they come and check it out when it's done. But it was definitely my favorite part was doing it with them.
So it was a part of the learning experience to tell the Christmas story, then to pass that down to your two boys, yeah?
Yes, it
Yeah.
was.
Awesome. Awesome. So so tell us about like the specific pieces are from specific places, right? You said Italy, you have some from Afghanistan, do you have some from other parts of the world?
Yes, I have German pieces. I have, like I said, from Israel. I think I have a lion, which I don't know if that goes into the nativity set, but it's so cute, made out of wood that my husband got from Africa.
Oh,
And I just added. And I have like little horses that I found here in the Christmas markets, pigs. I mean, I have everything from Roman soldiers to just a fisherman or a goose, chicken.
oh my goodness. And then so you're in a different location right now, so you can't actually do the mountain part of it. But can you explain? We can show people the photos from like after this is finished of some of your completed, like the completed mountain pieces that you've done. But can you walk us through how you put that together?
Yes.
And how
So
long it takes?
yes, it takes hours because if I'm really gonna be really detailed, I will buy like a roll of the brown paper, the cheapened paper,
Mhm.
and then I paint that with green stones, just with a regular brush, make strokes on it so it looks like the ground. And then I'll get boxes and make different sizes of heels. And then I cover that with the brown paper. And that's when you start having, the elevations of mountains and stuff. I mean, I make rivers out of like aluminum foil that runs through it because after you put the lights, then it just glows like water at night. And then you put rocks, and then you put little trees. You can put all kinds of, uh, moss that you buy. Michael's is my favorite place. I miss that because I used to go there and buy, the little accessories for it. And then the lakes normally are mirrors, and then
Mhm.
you just put rocks around, and so it looks like it's water.
Mhm.
The background is actually from a painter in Panama. There's always a store where you could go buy stuff for your nativity sets, and they do hand painting backgrounds with like palm trees and houses from those times and your big star on the wall. Those are my favorite. Looks more rustic. And then you have more, modern stuff that people print out. but the old ones that are just painted by some guy that decided I'm gonna make a couple dollars for Christmas, and it's so simple, but it looks so pretty.
And this is
And
something you'll see in like most of the homes in Panama. Is that right?
yes, and I mean, mine is little. There's people that use the jar, like the outside front jar, like a corner,
Mhm.
and they'll actually lay the pieces on the grass. So it looks, I mean, crazy. It's beautiful. And I hear that you might be going to check some South America, and you might see on hotels too. Hotels, sometimes they do some crazy displays of nativity sets. And there's parks that will do human-sized nativity sets displays.
Wow. Wow. I love it. So what significance do all of these pieces play into this Christmas tradition that you have now with your family?
For me, it's that, like you said, it's family. It brought me up that way, getting family together, doing something we love, appreciating, because this memory that you're cultivating. So for me, is like my grandma passed. So every time I do it, I think about her.
Oh.
So, oh, I need one.
Yeah. Awesome.
So that's something that I think everybody should do. Have something that reminds you of people, even when they're not around anymore.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Awesome. And you have did you want to show us your smaller setup that you have now?
Oh, yes, I will. So I brought these, like the ones I show you from
Mhm.
the nativity set. But okay, this year I have this gorgeous fireplace in my house, but I
Yeah.
don't have space to set like on the ground. But so I have, like I said, ramens and villagers. Oh, and I actually started making little sets myself. I made that out of clay and then I painted. So that's almost like baking oven in those times.
Okay.
So I started making my own pieces too. Uh, and you keep seeing like I mix and mash the pieces that my husband brings from other places of the world. Here's another one. He's all made of wood
Mhm.
from Israel. And you have the animals. See, like I said, the river will be like a little lake, will be
Mhm.
just glass, and the horses. And you have the kings here. And I showed you earlier that I have Mary and Joseph on the other side. So this is like the main. There's my angel.
Mhm.
He's actually from the Vatican too.
Oh, wow.
And then here's the other Agani.
Mhm. And that's the one for the leather, all in
Yes,
leather,
and
right?
those are, yes. And you have animals everywhere. Like I said, I don't have a much display like I normally do. Actually, I have some of my pieces on the boxes because I didn't know where else to put them.
Mm.
But
Wow.
one of these years, when I go back.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to show folks the photos of the big larger display that you've done in the past when you weren't overseas and living overseas at the time. But we'll
Yeah.
show folks those because I would just remember walking into your home and this massive just that was the
Corner,
first thing you
yes.
see was this massive display and like all of the things going on. It was so much. I mean, in the detail, like you said, the detail that you put into that with just like you said, the paper and the background and everything, it was amazing.
It, like I always made it for myself or my family. I never like did it for anybody else. And then one year I posted a picture when Facebook started, and there's this lady that I know for 20 something years, that she was stationed with us in Panama and Puerto Rico and other places. She's like, I look forward every year to see your nativity set. I'm like, oh my gosh. So the years, for whatever reason, that I didn't post it, because last year our house was even smaller in this village. And she said, where's your nativity set? I look forward every year. I've been looking and waiting. I'm like, sorry, I don't have it this year. Not the way that I normally do, but she still always enjoy it. And that's kind of like, oh, that warms my heart. Like somebody else could actually appreciate it too.
Oh, yeah, of course. Well, touching again, it's a family tradition, it's a Christmas tradition, and it's things that, people look forward to certain things every year. So that's wonderful. But thank you
Yes.
so much for chatting with me and telling folks about your beautiful nativity and your collection for your Christmas tradition that you guys do, no matter where you are. Clearly, you're in
Yes.
Germany, you do it there, and you were here in Texas and doing it here. But is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, I said I would tell anybody, pick something. Doesn't matter what it is, even if it's just making cookies, if it's painting, if it's making that special Christmas card for your grandmas that are not around or far, that you can visit every year because you have people all over the world that you love to show love. I'm always a person of like, and my husband know that. He always asks me, "What do you want?"
Mm.
And I'm like, "I really don't want anything. I'm happy." And now that my older son's out of the house, for me, it's him coming home for Christmas. That's all I want. I don't want anything else. I'll be happy with that. But doing those little details that remind people that you care and you think about them, that's the best thing. So pick something that you enjoy and give other people and show them that you did it with your heart, even if it's the smallest detail.
I agree. I agree. Lovely. Well, thank you so much again, Alice. We miss you here. And like I like to do with all of my guests, I love to do a just for speed round. So are you ready?
Okay, sure. Yes.
All right. So what is your most treasured piece and why?
The first piece that grandma gave me, that Virgin Mary and the Jesus, the first set to start it.
And then your best Christmas you've had to date.
My best Christmas is when I saw the question, I was thinking about it. And I think the best Christmas is when you're little because that's when everything is the best. And I remember getting this special doll that I wanted for so long. I opened the box and I still remember so vivid. And I still remember the name of it because she used to talk. And it has the little button that you push, and she's like, "Hello, my name is Michaela." And I thought that was the best. So now it's growing, this is nothing. It's just a toy. You have a lot more things to be thankful for. But if you have to think about Christmas when you're little, that's when normally you see it other ways. And it was that. It was my doll.
Yes. Of course, when you want something so bad. Yes, I know. I mean, E.T. was that for me.
Yes, I love E.T. too.
So the best present you were given and by whom? I think it's the Michaela doll. Was it that one? Or is
Yes, it was my grandma and grandpa. Yes.
Awesome. All right. If you could be any place in the world for Christmas, where would you go?
Bethlehem.
Bethlehem.
Yes, you go to the beginning and you experience. There's like a big Christian community there, and I was reading because I wanted to do it, and they said they do majestic displays and stuff, and I'm like, I want to be there one year. It's on a bucket list. It just needs to be a little more calmer before we go. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're not that far. You're closer than we are. So
it's
so
there.
hopefully you guys can get there. But thank you so much again. And I hope you have a beautiful, blessed holiday season and enjoy Germany. We're so jealous right now. So enjoy that Christmas feeling and the Christmas season over there.
Thank you. We miss you guys too. And have fun and enjoy your trip for Christmas and let me know.
Oh, I will. I will. Thank you guys.
Take care.
We'll see
Bye-bye. Take
everybody
care,
next week.
everybody. Bye.
Bye.